Welcome everyone to your chakra reading for April. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, hit that big old like button and subscribe. Okay, getting straight in here. These are already pre-shuffled. Let's see what's going on with you. We have the heart chakra coming out. Ooh. We have clarity with the third eye chakra coming out as well. Holistic health. Determination. And alternative, which is a holistic health card again. Okay. So this is definitely talking about taking care of oneself, with the overall card being open up your heart chakra. So it's definitely talking about using that unconditional love for yourself and for others. Both of these cards here are literally talking about the same exact thing. This alternative is, you see she's fixing this fairy's wing over here. She's using that unconditional love from her heart. We see that. So with the holistic, it's the same card. It's the holistic health. This is maintaining that health within yourself, making sure that you're drinking plenty of water, making sure that you clearly are understanding and seeing the bigger picture when it comes to helping others. There might even be someone around you, who may need you, to help them fix their fairy wing over here, right? But more than anything, it's talking about making sure that you're taking care of yourself, right? And giving yourself the overall unconditional love, right? Seeking and seeing your truth with the clarity card over here. There is going to be a lot of determination, but it's talking about the holistic health. It's talking about it's time to expand your awareness and look behind any kind of emotional, we're talking about emotions because we're talking about the heart chakra, the heart center. So we can clearly see, right, with the third eye, what it is that serves me. Is it time for me to go to yoga? Is it time for me to meditate? Is it time for me to change the way I eat? Is it time to make sure that I am drinking plenty of water? So there's something definitely going on that has to do with making sure that you're taking the healthy choices for yourself at this time, and making sure that with unconditional love for ourselves and for our temple, for our heart's center as well, we always want to make sure that we're maintaining as healthy as possible and being aware of that situation. Maybe it's time that you need to sit down, meditate, and when you do so, you can also say, every little cell in my body is happy and healthy. That's a great affirmation to use, right? That way, when you don't feel good or however it is, making sure that any imbalances that you do have within your body or your emotions, your mind, right? Because health doesn't just have to be, it doesn't have to be I'm sick. It could be I'm emotionally distraught. I'm mentally stressed out, right? Maybe you're needing to call on some kind of miracle healing that can be, occur within the state of well-being to take place. I quit smoking actually by using go to sleep, hypnotic healing and cleansing, right? Trying to reactivate my cells. My body has its own DNA blueprint, healing blueprint, and that actually helped. You can do those things as well by giving yourself affirmations at your own, heart source and heart center. Making sure that you are determined, though, to want to make the gestures towards yourself. That is the solar plexus. Within the solar plexus says, I have the intentions, therefore, to do so. So it's really wanting to call to you to say, this is where you can do things. This is an alternative method. This does not mean that I do not go to the doctors, or I do not take my medication, or I do not, you see what I'm saying? No, this is the alternative. It's the same, as like prayer, right? But it's saying it's a good time now to start doing so. It will get your chakras in order, and it will start that understanding and that blueprint, and bringing in ultimate awareness, giving you better vitality when you feel down or depressed. not a 100% cure-all over here, right? The world, yes, this is where you're going to walk in and say, I can see the bigger picture. By seeing the bigger picture within a situation like this, you would want to use third person situation. See yourself as a third person. Doing that visualization in third person. That way when you're, seeing things, or you can see when you're visualizing and saying, I'm not feeling good here, right? I can visualize, right? My upset stomach, and it will go away. I can visualize it going away for the time being, just so it can settle itself, right? But it's saying you need to get the bigger picture of this situation, right? This makes big cycle changes. It makes new ways of looking at things, new possible things. It helps you understand new ways of doing things, helping you understand yourself, giving yourself that ultimate love, helping you cope with the mechanisms that you were given. It's like coping mechanisms. That's exactly what it is. It's like a coping mechanism that you can use for now, if you through meditation, guys, okay, until you get to where you need to be, or that medicine kicks in, or however it is, right? Overall, though, it's, if it's just something about going to the gym, making sure you're drinking enough water, doing things like that, okay, it wants you to give that overall love to yourself. Go into hermit mode. See exactly what you're passionate about. What is it that you're passionate about when it comes to your health? How do you want to stay healthy? How are you going to continue on your healthy routines? Caring for yourself. Keeping yourself, exactly where you need to be. Balanced. A lot about balance. Having that deep gratitude for life and expressing your joy and happiness freely for yourself, right? And being very determined to say, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to get there. And I'm very clear on how this is all going to work, right? Very clear on how this is all going to work. It's not going to be easy, right? No, it's going to give you more than anything the 10 of Wands. That's exactly what it says. It's definitely going to give you the 10 of Wands. And it's actually going to make you want to get away from a situation and back into the places that make you feel like I'm whole again. With the Lovers over here, because that's the passionate card, and with the love, it's that self-love. It's that feeling whole again, knowing that I'm on the right path to doing what I'm supposed to be doing for myself. Remember, chakras are mostly for ourselves. Okay. This is about balancing ourselves. They're not really good for cross-watching because it doesn't really do a whole lot for a cross-watcher, Unless for a fact, you're like, yeah, because I told her she needs to get to the gym, she needs to get that circulation going, you know what I mean? It's like, see, watch the, you know what I mean? See, watch this, you know what I'm saying? But for overall, it's mostly for you to get yourself healthy, to get yourself into balance. That's what we do with the chakras. We balance ourselves, keep ourselves in the knowing, keep ourselves understanding, keeping our heart open so we can manifest, so we can do the things, so we can co-create, so we can adjust ourselves and balance ourselves through mind, body, and soul, right? So that way it keeps us, and it also keeps us, be keeping you more positive, right? To say, okay, then let's do this, right? So instead of having the attitude of, oh shit, now I got to do this and that and that and this, you say, you know what? No, you're right. Let's go do that. You know what? That's the way it's supposed to be. You're right. I do need to get up. I do need to be that powerful person, right? I do need to guide myself towards the change. Maybe I am eating all the wrong foods. Maybe I don't drink enough water. Maybe I don't exercise, right? Maybe I do need to stop thinking this way because that's a negative way of thinking, and that's bad for my mental health, which then puts me in a bad attitude and a bad mood all day long. So anything that you're working on, it's the constant mind, body, and spirit activation of what you're going through that fuels your days, right? Because remember, the world that we live in is filled with so much stress and toxic chemicals out in the world, and disharmony and all this crap, right? That it's hard for us to stay clear, right? Positive. So that now Spirit is saying it's time to clear and have the clarity and become more aware of where your emotional and mental imbalances are in the body. Okay, so very awesome, very awesome. I think this is a good one too, because we're getting ready for that. We just got done with that full moon. So I'm doing these before the full moon, but it doesn't matter. The whole point is that we're going to be done with that full moon, but it doesn't matter. The whole point that I'm saying here is there's an imbalance going on. If you guys watch the full moon reading, it's showing that imbalance. There was a lot of toxicity. There was a lot of things that are going on. And even if it wasn't 100% you who felt the emotional distraughtness or upheaval, everybody around us, a lot of other people are. And what they throw at us, energy-wise, we take with us. So it then, see the point I'm making? So it's kind of like, okay, well, the world is full of all of this upheaval and over emotions. They're throwing it my way, so then it gets me imbalanced. See, so no matter what, we're all pretty imbalanced if you're in, a heavy areas of people. Now, if you're just sitting at home doing whatever, then you're probably not affected. Then you just have to look at it in other ways, right? Of how do I continue to stay healthy? What is it that I can maybe do at this time to make sure that I am, keeping, my self healthy? Maybe I'm not getting out enough. Maybe you need to get out and walk, right? Maybe you don't get out enough, right? Maybe you sit down at a desk too much or something. You see what I'm saying? The body's like yelling at you, come on, get up, let's do something. Okay. And that was it for you, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.